There are certain songs in hip-hop that stand the test of time and are universally recognized as classics. I'm talking as a true hip-hop fan, you should know these songs. One of the songs that have been recognized is Common's 1994 song, I Used to Love Her, which is his ode to hip-hop, where Common raps about hip-hop as if she is a woman he fell in love with when he was young, and watching her grow up and change with the times, and still loving her but missing the way she used to be. The song appeared on his second album Resurrection, and the metaphor used, I would say, wasn't groundbreaking but still very clever. While appearing on an episode of MTV Raps in 1995, Common explained what inspired him to write that song. Man, roll the clip.
It's called I Used to Love It. It's about hip-hop music. The H.E.R stands for like hip-hop in its essence and real. And it's, all I'm talking about is how I first came into contact with hip-hop music and how it evolved into where it is now. And it's like all these gimmicks going on, all the phoniness. Ain't nobody being real with it. Everybody stressing it is real, but ain't nobody being true to it. I think that came about because like once like it started becoming a business, then people started losing their soul and they started looking at it, taking it more as a business than an art form or whatever.
I hear you.
You know?
And we got that video right here. This is Common Sense. I Used to Love Her. H-E.R on your MTV Raps, boy. Check it out. It's fact.
Produced by No ID, the song samples George Benson's 1974 song The Changing World. In 2021, Common did an interview with Vibe. Common stated that he remembers being in his apartment and thinking to himself, what if I made hip-hop a girl? And he remembers recording the song and looking out through the booth to see his friend's reaction, and his friend's reaction was like, why are you making a song about a girl? Until Common reached the end of the song and said, whom I'm talking about is hip-hop, and his friend was just in disbelief. In 2019, Common did an interview with Apple Music and shared that people were losing their essence in hip-hop at that time, and it inspired him to write the song. Hip-hop is very regional, and a rapper's words can paint an image for you to picture their life, their neighborhood, and whatnot, so he felt like he knew what Queens was like because of Nas and Mobb Deep, or the West Coast because of NWA. But what started to happen at this time was rappers were following trends, and you heard New York rappers talking about hitting switches on their car, and that wasn't something that happened in New York, so Common decided to use that in his song. If you analyze the lyrics early on, Common is saying, but I respected her, she hit me in the heart. A few New York dudes had did it in the park, but she was there for me and I was there for her. He's highlighting that hip-hop was birthed in the Bronx, New York, and hip-hop really stole his heart, and she was there for him and he was there for her. Common continues on to talk about hip-hop's transition from the East Coast to the West Coast by saying, now black music is black music and it's all good. I wasn't salty, she was with the boys in the hood. But this led to a misunderstanding with other rappers when Common said, talking about popping Glocks, serving rocks, and hitting switches. Now she's a gangster rolling with gangster bitches. The misunderstanding led to the beef between Westside Connection and Common, where Westside Connection released their first song together, Westside Slaughterhouse, that appeared on Mac 10's 1995 self-titled debut album.
He talking about this girl that he was in love with. You know, she's supposed to be hip-hop, and he's so in love with her. But when she go out here, she get f***ed up.
What you mean, nigga? Why it was cool everywhere else it went, but when it came over here, it's f***ed up now.
Love NWA, Ice Cube, King T, Compton's Most Wanted, Too Short.
And we felt it was a diss. So, at least I did. I mean, everybody did, but, you know, I was the first one with the pen, so that's how that started.
So, it was Common.
And I heard it, and at first I was like, man, I'm gonna let it go. My first thing was like, I'm gonna let it go. You know, he dissed me. I'm thinking like, yo, I grew up listening to Cube. You know, I was happy that he knew who I was, you know, like that he even recognized me. But I was hurt that he had dissed me a little, you know. But overall, I was just like, all right, that's cool. Kind of laughed it off. And then I seen Ice Cube and Mac 10 and WC, they were on BET dissing me. I was like, okay. It's going too far. I'm gonna have to defend myself now.
In 2020, Ice Cube appeared on Talib Kweli's podcast, The People's Party, and expressed remorse for the beef with Common and how it was a big misunderstanding.
I don't even think about that beef. You know what I mean? Right. It's kind of like a dark moment right. in my career because Common is a good dude. Right. I don't think he deserved it. You know, it was just a misunderstanding. in my feelings. You know, I was sensitive about everybody saying anything about the West Coast. And I thought I heard something. And
stepped up.
Yeah, you know, and I was shutting everybody down, and you know, I was wrong.
The song I Used to Love Her was also popularized when it was used as the basis for the plot to 2002's movie Brown Sugar, featuring Sanaa Lathan and Taye Diggs, where two friends grew up watching hip-hop's early stages in New York and fell in love with hip-hop, but also fell in love with each other. There's even a scene where Sanaa Lathan and Taye Diggs are rapping the song together in the park. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Is I Used to Love Her one of your favorite hip-hop songs? Is it a classic in your eyes? All I know is the emotion I feel is the same every time I hear those opening words. It's a reminder of why I fell in love with hip hop.
Yes, yes, y'all, and you don't stop until the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. Yes, yes, y'all, and you don't stop. 1, 2.